We need to start emphasizing the need to monitor tidal volumes better when we're ventilating patients in cardiac arrest with a bag valve mask. I've made some content on this recently, including bringing attention to a device that does this in a video I made with Bob Page a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of the replies to that video were very similar. All you need to do is ventilate the patient just until you achieve chest rise. This is the problem. Very low tidal volumes will cause chest rise. This paper right here, which I will link in my bio, had BLS providers monitor patients who were undergoing anesthesia just prior to a surgery, who were then ventilated with a bag valve mask. Quite often, chest rise was promoted by tidal volumes as low as 180 milliliters. The average tidal volume in a healthy adult is 500 milliliters, with 150 milliliters of that being dead space, meaning that volume exists in areas of the lungs where no oxygen exchange takes place. So if you're delivering tidal volumes of 180 milliliters, you're really not promoting any oxygen exchange. Someone could say, okay, well, squeeze the bag and then just squeeze a little bit more to ensure you're getting adequate tidal volume. But the problem is, you don't know if you're getting 180 milliliters of tidal volume or whether you're getting 400 milliliters of tidal volume, 500 milliliters, or even 600 milliliters, depending on the size bag you're using. And if you create too much tidal volume, then you're going to create competing intrathoracic pressure and interfere with cardiac refilling. And you also may be exceeding safe peak inspiratory pressures and insufflating the abdomen, which in turn creates competing intrathoracic pressure. The ideal mean tidal volume is between 350 and 400 milliliters, which is also affirmed by that paper. And the only way to for sure know that you're within that safe zone is using something that monitors that. Now, use of a manometer will ensure that you don't exceed peak inspiratory pressures, and using smaller volume BVMs can ensure that you don't exceed safe volumes in these patients. But as we become more sophisticated as a profession, it is very important that we start incorporating the tools that will help us practice with precision. It's also important to note that using pediatric BVMs to ventilate adult patients in cardiac arrest has not been validated as good practice yet and does not have good data associated with it.